Good afternoon, folks. My name is Tim Collins. You're watching Hard Disciples Baseball TV, and we're getting ready for Game 3 between the Solingen Alligators and the Hard Disciples. The scene of this affair has moved to Solingen with the split last weekend. Solingen winning Game 1 by a score of 7-1, and Haar winning Game 2 by a score of 5-3. So the three home plate umpires are standing at home plate. We're getting ready for the team introductions. The Hard Disciples are down the right field line, huddled as a group. And the Solingen Alligators are doing the same off to the left near their dugout. The AC/DC is blasting over the loudspeakers. We have a good crowd. The weather for the moment is nice. There are some clouds passing over. There is a forecast for some showers later, but we're hoping that that won't happen until this game is over with.
Zum Spiel 3 der Viertelfinalserie die deutsche Meisterschaft. Zum Spiel 3 der Best-of-5-Serie begrüßen wir im Ballpark Bayersberg den Gast aus dem Süden. Herzlich willkommen, die Haar Disciples. Wir begrüßen die Offiziellen der Playoff-Begegnung, Official Scoring Udo Lindemann, und bereits an Home Plate, wartend auf ihren Einsatz in der Playoff-Partie, begrüßen wir die offiziellen Umpire Tarek Lablak, Bernhard Laufen und Home Plate Umpire Andi Danielczyk.
You see the umpire introductions. Tarek LeBlanc will be working third base. Bernhard Laufen will be at first, and behind home plate, Andreas Danielczyk.
Wir starten mit den Ersatzspielern, als der wären mit der 5 Moritz Polixer.
And here come the Hard Disciples
Mit der
introductions.
21 Gabe Sandersius. Die 22 David Wallace. Die 29 Dennis Jeborowski. Die 33 Markus Dierolf, die 37 Rufio Schulz, die 91 Daniel Patrice und die 99 Klaus Nikolicki. Ja, kommen wir zur Starting Lineup für Spiel 3 der Haar Disciples. Lead-Off ist der Designated, damit der 1 Lukas Steinlein. Catcher mit der Nummer 4, José Palacios. Shortstop mit der 27, Chris Ziegler. Am dritten Base die 19, Josh Peterson. First Base die 97, der Spielertrainer Mitch Stephan. Mit der 25, Second Base, Richard Klein. Mit der 16 im Left Field, Ty Erickson. Im Right Field haben wir die 7, Bruno Auenhammer. Und im Centerfield mit der 13, Cedric Bassel. Starting Pitcher mit der 3, Kevin Triesel. Big Hands für die Haar Disciples.
There you see the Haar Disciples. They're going to lead off with Lucas Steinlein, Jose Palacios, Chris Ziegler, Josh Peterson, Mitch Stefan, Richard Klein, Ty Erickson, Bruno Auenhammer, and Cedric Basel. Kevin Treasel will be on the mound for the Disciples. And in a moment, here come the Solingen Alligators lineups.
Heimteam. Kommen wir zu unseren Solingen Alligators. Die starke Bank der Alligators. Mit der 33 Markus Stritschek. Die 92 Norbel Marquez. Mit der 22 Chris Metzger. Mit der 10 Carsten Kalle Schäfer. Mit der 2 Big Hands für Julian Sharky Steinberg. Mit der 8 Joe Weidemann. Mit der 18 Luca Wolf. Und die 55 Oskar Matzbreitsch. Starting 9 der Alligators hier im ersten Heimspiel der Viertelfinale-Begegnung. Lead auf mit der 37 und das Centerfielder Florian Wetzel. Mit der 12 am dritten Base Dominik Dr. Wolf. Am second base Rücke Nummer 1 Mr. Tanner Layton. Unser Shortstop mit der 9 Danny Sanchez. Designated Hitter, die 27, Nils Knipper Hartog. Im Right Field mit 11, Sascha Brockmeier. Am First Base, Dirty 30, Dustin Hughes. Im Left Field mit der 20, Sascha Steffens. Der Catcher mit der 31, David Selsemeyer. Und der Starting Pitcher mit der 29, André Hughes. Und natürlich die Coaches Norman Eberhardt und Mehmet Alkan. Big Hands für die Solingen Alligators. So, bevor wir zum First Pitch kommen, darf ich euch noch bitten, aufzustehen. Blick nach links zur Deutschlandflagge. Wir hören die deutsche Nationalhymne. Ja, vielen Dank und jetzt begrüßen wir zum First Pitch einen Überraschungs-First Pitch. Wir rufen einen, den jeder kennt hier am Weihersberg, seit Jahren oder seit Gründung mit dem Namen Solingen Alligators verbunden. Er guckt jetzt wahrscheinlich gleich ein bisschen verwirrt. Herzlich willkommen zum First Pitch, Lorenz Eberhardt. Ja, vielen Dank, nicht nur für den First Pitch, sondern für seine jahrelange Treue und viele Arbeit, die er leistet im Verein. Vielen Dank und noch einmal einen Riesenapplaus für Lorenz Eberhardt.
Humid.
Zettel,
And now the handshakes are
wo ihr euren Namen
completed between
draufschreiben
Eberhardt
könnt.
and Stefan.
Könnt ihr natürlich auch
They will
etwas
part ways and head to their
zurückhalten
respective
und dann eure
sides.
Gebote
Eberhardt
draufschreiben.
hustling down the
Für
third
einen
base line.
Originalspielball.
Haar and Solingen tied at 1 game apiece. The winner of this series will go on to play the winner of the Regensburg and Hamburg series.
Oder ihr
Regensburg currently
könnt
leading
auch
that series
aufsteigen
by
in einer
2 games to none.
Original-Baseball-Kappe der Bundesliga-Mannschaft. Das ist eine
As we speak, they're just getting started in Regensburg.
Die Kappe gibt es genau 30
The Alligators
Mal in
are
der
going to take the
Saison.
field in a moment.
29 wurden gebraucht, eine ist jetzt in der Versteigerung.
And
Also
there
wie
they
gesagt,
go.
Christian Fried und ich glaube noch ein paar andere verteilen nachher ein paar Zettel,
It's a good crowd here.
worauf ihr dann entsprechend Gebote schreiben könnt.
So the defensive
Für
alignment
den
for the
Spielball oder die Baseball.
Solingen Alligators. There you see Andre Hughes, the left-hander, veteran left-hander on the mound. He's going to pitch. He's going to work with catcher David Selsemeyer. Around the infield, Dominic Wolf is at third. Daniel Sanchez is at short. Tanner Layton at second. Dustin Hughes at first. Sasha Steffens is in left. Florian Goetze is in center. Sasha Bruckmeyer is in right. For the Disciples, they're going to send the following lineup up against Andre Hughes. Lucas Steinlein, designated hitter, leads off. Jose Palacios, the catcher, bats second. Chris Ziegler, the shortstop, bats third. Josh Peterson, the third baseman, bats fourth. Mitch Stefan, the first baseman, bats fifth. Richard Klein, the second baseman, bats sixth. Ty Erickson, the left fielder, bats 7th. Bruno Auernhammer, the right fielder, bats 8th. And Cedric Bossel, the center fielder, bats 9th. And the Disciples are able to really run out their A lineup now. They have shuffled it around. They dropped Klein down to 6th to give a little protection to Stefan. But Cedric Bossel, who was not in the lineup in the first 2 games because he was just extremely sick, and he is back in there. And the Disciples also have the full use of their bullpen. Lucas Steinlein, who is the designated hitter, is going to step up. And the drumming begins from the Solingen fans.
So, es ist soweit.
So here we go. Game 3
Baseball
about to begin. Andre Hughes on the mound has pitched 6 innings in this series. He pitched 5 in the opener. He has given up 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He has pitched very well. And Lucas Steinlein, the right-hand hitter, is going to step in against the lefty Hughes. The crowd gets going. Hughes working from the stretch. Here's the first pitch of the game. And it's high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Steinlein, who played in game 2, had 1 hit in 4 at-bats, but he stole 2 bases and scored a run. And he hits a line drive to center field. Florian Goetz a few steps to his left, makes an easy catch. 1 out. Steinlein hit that ball hard. However, 2 pitches rather, and 1 out. Florian Goetz right there to get it. So that'll bring up Jose Palacios. With 1 out, nobody on base. Palacios in the series is 2 for 7. He does have a run batted in and a run scored. Palacios, a right-handed hitting catcher who is from Argentina. And the pitch from Hughes. Fastball is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Waiting on deck, Chris Ziegler. The sun is coming out now. After a cloudy morning, the 1-0 pitch. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on base. There's the 1-1. Fouled off to the right, up into the trees, and the count now 1-2. Palacios looks like he's trying to get something away. Infield defense is straightaway, so is the outfield. This is a big ballpark in straightaway center field. However, to right field, it's pretty short. Palacios asks for time. And Andreas Danielczyk grants it. 1 out, nobody on base. 1-2 the count. Pitch. Fouled away again, and the count's still 1-2. Steinlein flied out to center. Palacios has a 1-2 count. Nobody on base. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Palacios is caught looking, looked like maybe a cut fastball or something that tailed back over the corner. Let's take a look at the replay. That was a breaking ball. Wow. Palacios, I think, thought it was low, but it's called strike 3. And that's the second out here in the first inning. So here's Chris Ziegler. Ziegler in the series is 2 for 8. Here's the lefty with 2 outs and nobody on. The pitch, breaking ball. This one low and in, ball 1. This ball fouled off to the left. That's going to get out of play, although Wolf with a long run, he's looking for it, but that ball's over the fence. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ziegler. There are going to be lots of sound effects you'll hear throughout this game. There are drums, bells, vuvuzelas, kazoos, wind-up toys, all kinds of noisemakers. And I'm sure once this game gets going, it's going to pick up in volume. 1 ball and 1 strike on Ziegler with 2 outs and nobody on in the first. There's a fastball high, 2-1. This ball hit in the air to medium depth right center field. Florian Goetz is calling off Brockmeyer, and he makes the easy catch. The inning is over. The Disciples go 1-2-3. And at the end of a half inning, no score.
No runs, no hits.
Hey, servus, wie geht's? Anyway, enjoy the game. See you guys. This one's not over yet. So, Andre Hughes had a very quick top of the first inning, and you're looking at Kevin Treasel on the mound for the Hard Disciples. He is pitching to Jose Palacios, who will be catching today. Josh Peterson is at third base. Chris Ziegler is at short. Richard Klein is at second. Mitch Stefan at first. The outfield, Ty Erickson in left, Cedric Bossel in center, Bruno Auernhammer in right. The lineup for the Solingen Alligators, not too much different from what we've seen in the first two games. Florian Goetze, Dominic Wolf, Tanner Layton, 1, 2, 3. Then Daniel Sanchez, Nils Hartkopf, and Sasha Brookmeyer, 4, 5, 6. Dustin Hughes, Sasha Steffens, and David Selsemeyer, 7, 8, 9 against Treasel, who in the first game pitched 5 1/3 innings. He was charged for 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 10 hits. So he's going to face Florian Goetze. And here we go, bottom of the first inning underway. The first pitch from Treasel. Low, ball 1. That was a fastball. And Treasel's 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0. Goetze on the year batted .253. There's a 2-0 pitch on the way to him. Fastball at the outside corner at the knees, 2-1 the count. Goetze in this series has only 1 hit in 7 at-bats. He has, however, walked twice. He's also made a couple of nice throws from the outfield. 2-1. That was a slider down and away, and Goetze took it. And Treasel is behind 3-1 here in the top of the first inning. Nobody out. Dominic Wolf is the on-deck hitter. Treasel, a slender right-hander, 22 years of age. There's the 3-1. Fastball is high, ball 4. So Florian Goetze is on with a leadoff walk. There he goes to first base, and that'll bring up Dominic Wolf.
Erster Läufer auf den Bases hier in Spiel 3 der Viertelfinale.
Dominic Wolf in this series has only 1 hit in 9 at-bats. He has scored a run, struck out 3 times. So Goetze on first base, nobody out. Might see Goetze try and test the arm of Palacios, the catcher. Wolf showing bunt, and he bunts it out in front of the plate. Treasel picks it up. He's going to fire it to first in time. Goetze takes the turn at second base, and there's 1 out. So Dominic Wolf is the first out of the inning, bunting on the first pitch, and that will bring up Tanner Layton. Layton also only with 1 hit. However, in 6 at-bats, he has also walked twice.
Tanner Layton.
And hit a sac fly. So he's up there trying to drive home Florian Goetze with 1 out. Layton, a native of Meridian, Idaho. Treasel working from the stretch. He's got Goetze on second base, 1 out in the inning, no score, bottom of the first. And the pitch in the dirt, and a good pick by Palacios. Treasel, however, missing with his fastball. He has not gotten ahead of either of the first 3 hitters, although Wolf was bunting on the first pitch. So it's 1 ball and no strikes to Tanner Layton. There's 1 out. And this one low again, and that one backhanded by Palacios. He's able to keep it in front of him. Ball trickled away momentarily, but not far enough for Goetze to advance. The count 2-0 now on Tanner Layton. Trees will come set. He's got a 2-0 pitch coming. Layton can really look for something. And he swings and lines it towards the gap in right center field. A long run for Bossel. He dives, the ball hits off of his glove and rolls to the wall. Florian Goetze is rounding third, and now he's held up at the last moment as the throw was retrieved very quickly by Bruno Auernhammer. Cedric Bossel nearly made a fantastic catch in deep right center field. However, it's a double, and runners are on second and third. Very strange to see a double with a runner on second base not result in a run, but Goetze had to hold up because that ball was almost caught by Cedric Bossel in deep right center field. He really dove for it. The ball hit in his glove and came out. So Tanner Layton with a double to right center field. There are 2 on with 1 out. And the Disciples will bring the infield in. Daniel Sanchez, the hitter. He's got Florian Goetze at third and Tanner Layton at second. Sanchez in the series, 1 for 9. Looking to drive home a run. Infield is in. Here's the pitch. And a strike at the knees on the inside corner, 0-1. So Goetze walked. Layton, after Goetze was sacrificed to second, doubled off the glove of Bossel in center. And now the breaking ball is away, taken by Sanchez, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Alligators are in business. Treasel going from the full windup now. There's a 1-1 to Sanchez. Breaking ball, fly ball, right center field, long run for Auernhammer. He dives and makes the catch. A great catch by Auernhammer. Runners tagging. A run scores. That's Florian Goetze. The throw to third base is not in time to get Layton. Solingen leads by a score of 1-0 on a sac fly off the bat of Sanchez. But a great catch by Bruno Auernhammer in right prevents further damage. Layton will take third. It's 1-0 Solingen. Take a look at the replay. Auernhammer ranging way over into the gap, made a nice lunging catch to that. Good base running by both Goetze and Layton as they both advance. So it's 1-0 Solingen. There are 2 outs. And Nils Hartkopf, the designated hitter. Hartkopf has 3 hits and 8 at-bats. So Tanner Layton representing the game's second run on second base. The infield can back up now with 2 outs. So Treasel, the leadoff walk, and instead they're going to throw to third. They're going to appeal to see if Goetze left too soon, and the third base umpire, that's Tarek LeBlanc, says no, Goetze did not leave too soon. That's what happens. That's the appeal play when the pitcher steps off just to check. So here is Hartkopf. Tanner Layton on third. First pitch coming to Nils. Low and outside, ball 1. Hartkopf is the designated hitter today. Solingen leading 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. There's a ground ball slapped, and it's one-handed by Stefan to his left. He'll take to the bag in time. And the inning is over, 3 unassisted on the play. However, a run comes home, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left on base. No errors. At the end of 1 full, it is Solingen 1, Haar 0. Welcome back to the top of the second inning. Solingen scoring a run on a hit in the bottom half of the first inning. A sacrifice fly by Daniel Sanchez, bringing home the game's first run. And it's before 5-6. Josh Peterson, Mitch Stefan, and Richard Klein against Andre Hughes, who had a very quick first inning. First pitch to Josh Peterson, low and inside, ball one. There's the 1-0. Swung on and fouled off to the right out of play. Josh had a piece to a hit right there. He had a pitch to swing at. That one was out over the plate, and he put a good swing on it. Fouled it off to the right. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the 1-1. Ball hit hard down the third base line. A diving stop by Wolf to his feet. Throws to first, and it is in time as Hughes was able to keep his foot on the bag. Peterson does not run very well, and he's thrown out by Dominic Wolf. It was not a particularly strong throw by Wolf, but he was able to get it across the diamond in time. And there's one out.
Da ist sie, die Defense der Alligators. Starker Wurf, starker Catch am First Base. Knapps Groundout für Josh Peterson. Und am Start jetzt mit der 97 mit Stefan.
So that'll bring up Mitch Stefan. First pitch to him. Ground ball to the right side and through into right field for a base hit. That's the first hit, first base runner for the Disciples. And Mitch grounds a single through the infield. And that'll bring up Richard Klein.
Base hit, nächster Schlagmann mit der 25, second baseman Richard.
So Klein in the series has 4 hits and 8 at-bats, including a double. So he's been a productive batsman so far for the Disciples. Hughes going to work from the stretch for the first time with a man on. Klein showing bunt, pulls it back. The pitch is high and outside, ball 1, 1-0. Mitch Stefan, not a threat to run. He's on first, being held on by Hughes. And the other Hughes deals to Klein. Pitch taken for a strike, 1-1. We're in the top of the second inning. 1-0 Solingen. This series is tied 1 game apiece here in the crucial game 3. As Andre Hughes comes set. Stefan off first, the pitch. Popped up right side, curling over to foul ground, giving chase Leighton. He crosses into foul ground and makes the catch with his back to the infield. Nice play by Tanner. And Klein pops out for the second out.
2 down, am Schlag die 16 Ty Erickson.
And that'll bring up Ty Erickson. The Disciples in 5 innings in game 1 against Hughes could do almost nothing. As I mentioned, he's only given up 6 hits, has Andre Hughes in the 6 innings. He pitched 1 inning in relief of Metzger on Sunday in game 2. So 2 outs, runner on first, fastball high, ball 1. Erickson in the series has 1 hit and 7 at-bats. He also has 1 RBI. 1 ball, no strikes to Ty. That one just missed, a fastball away. Hughes wanted that one. 2 balls and no strikes. Let's look at the replay of that last pitch. Two-no. Fouled away, 2 balls and a strike. Mitch Stefan is on first. There are 2 outs. Erickson getting the signs from Mo Poliksa down the third baseline. Two balls and 1 strike. Andre Hughes comes set and deals. And he missed again. That was the same spot that the 1-0 pitch was called a ball. And this one is 2 called a ball. And the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. As a fly ball popped up to medium depth right field, Sascha Bruckmeier is over and camped under it, and he makes an easy catch for the third out. No runs, a hit, one left, no errors at the end of 1.5. It is 1-0 Solingen.
Ja, nochmal ein kurzer Hinweis auf unsere
We are back for the bottom of the second inning. Solingen with a run in the first inning. They have a 1-0 lead, and Kevin Treasel is going to go to work. He's going to face 6, 7, and 8, Sascha Bruckmeier, Dustin Hughes, and Sascha Steffens. Sascha Bruckmeier in this series has 2 hits and 7 at-bats, including a double. He's also scored 3 runs, so he's been a good offensive player as well as played very well in right field. Made some nice running catches and made a couple good throws. So here's Treasel's first pitch to him. It is lined hard to center field, coming on Bossel, and he dives. The ball hits off his glove and goes behind him. Bruckmeier is on his way to second base. He's thinking about 3. He's being waved there, and he is going to make it with a triple standing up. Well, that's the second ball that Cedric Bossel has made a dive full on for, and it hit off his glove. If Bossel catches either one of those, there's no score in this game, but both of them kicked out of his glove. Ball was hit very hard, and they've called it an error. So it's going to be an E8. Also with a hard dive, but he really had a good chance to catch that ball, so they're going to score that at a 3-base error. Right. So now Solingen with a golden opportunity to get another run home. Here's Dustin Hughes. Bruckmeier on third, first pitch, fastball right in there at the knee, strike 1. Well, the Alligators got a run in the first when Goetze walked, and Leighton doubled, and then Goetze came around to score on a sac fly. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Hit on the ground, through the hole into right field, a base hit. It's 2-0 Solingen, as Bruckmeier will walk home. That is an unearned run. However, it's an RBI and a single for Dustin Hughes, and Solingen leads 2-0. Little ground ball that squirted through the infield past Mitch Stefan. And so far, luck is not on the side of the Disciples. So nobody out. Dustin Hughes now the runner at first, and here is Sascha Steffens. Steffens in this series is only 2 for 3. And he asks for time. He had something in his eye. Hughes had been 1 for 6. That's his second base hit. So he is on first base. There's nobody out. It's 2-0 Solingen. And the pitch. This one is low. Ball 1. After Steffens, it'll be David Selsemeyer. Dustin Hughes, the runner at first. A run is in, nobody out. One 1-0. There's a fastball right in there, 1-1. Steffens, a right-hand hitter. Steps out of the box, takes a look down at third base coach Norman Eberhardt for the sign. Nobody out. Eberhardt likes to bunt. He likes to steal. Hughes probably not a base stealer. However, 1 ball and 1 strike. Maybe Steffens will be bunting. He shows bunt, curveball, and it's a good bunt up the third base line. Gonna be a tough play. Peterson gloves, throws to first, and it's in time. Scooped nicely by Stefan. They get the out. So that was nicely played by Josh Peterson and Mitch Stefan, who scooped the low throw. 5-3 on the putout, but it's a sacrifice. And Hughes goes to second base. That's the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Selsemeyer with Dustin Hughes at second base. Breaking ball is often an easier pitch to bunt. You see Peterson with the jump throw to first, and he had enough on it to get it there in time. Steffen's not the most fleet of foot. So now David Selsemeyer, who in the series is 2 for 7. He's got Dustin Hughes out there on second base. 1 out in the inning. The first pitch, fastball right in there, strike 1. Selsemeyer, the number 9 hitter. Florian Götze is waiting on deck. Solingen with a run in the first and a run in the second, leading 2-0. Treisel comes set, looks at Hughes. Now he comes to Selsemeyer, 1 strike. Ground ball past Treisel, charging on it is Klein. His throw to first on the run is in time. Nice play by Richard. However, moving to third on the play is Dustin Hughes. Those little ground balls can be dangerous sometimes when they go into no man's land. That first big bounce brought the ball over Triesel's head, and Klein had to charge and throw on the run. He did not have a lot of time to make that play. Selsemeyer runs pretty well for a catcher, but he was thrown out 4-3. So now, 2 outs, Florian Götze the hitter. Götze walked and scored his first time. Treisel will go from the windup. Dustin Hughes, the runner at third base. There's the first pitch to Florian Götze. Swing and a miss, that was a slider, 0-1. Treisel trying to strand Hughes at third base. There's the 1-strike pitch. Swing and a miss, another slider, 0-2. And my guess is that Götze might see another one of those just a little bit further outside until he shows that he's going to either take it or hit it. We shall see. 0-2. A pop-up to short right. This is going to be caught by Mitch Stefan on the dirt, and the inning is over. However, Solingen gets an unearned run. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 left on base, 1 error, and at the end of 2, it's 2-0 Solingen. We go to the top of the 3rd inning, Haar trailing. Solingen having scored a run in the first and the second. 1 in the second inning was unearned. Although Cedric Bossel came about within 2 inches of making 2 fantastic catches. And if he makes either one of them, the score would only be 1-0. And if he makes both of them, it would be scoreless. Anyway, here's Bruno Auernhammer, first pitch, strike. Andre Hughes has given up 1 hit in the game. That was the ground ball single to Mitch Stefan. There's the 1-strike pitch to Auernhammer, swung on and fouled at the plate, 1-2. That one got a piece of Selsemeyer. You hear the bell ringing. The fans here in Solingen have lots of noisemakers. It's a lively atmosphere, and it's a packed ballpark, I would say. 0-2 from Andre Hughes to Bruno Auernhammer leading off the 3rd. Fouled away again off to the right, still 0-2. After Auernhammer, it'll be Cedric Bossel, the number 9 hitter, and then the top of the order, Lucas Steinlein. Andre Hughes, who has been working in tandem with Inorbel Marquez, deals 0-2. Breaking ball got him. Down and in, and Auernhammer chases it. That was a well-located pitch by Andre Hughes. You see it breaks down and in to Auernhammer. Auernhammer having to protect against that fastball. Had to chase with 2 strikes, and he chased one out of the zone. And there's the first out. That'll bring up Cedric Bossel. That's the second strikeout for Andre Hughes. And Bossel takes the ball outside, 1-0. Cedric only got one at bat in the series because he was very sick last weekend. Give you his numbers on the year in a moment. Fouls it away, strike one. Bossel hit .244 this year. He did have 2 home runs, however. 11 runs batted in. He had 5 doubles and a triple among his 22 hits in 90 at-bats. Got a 1-1 count. And this one is high, 2 balls and a strike. Solingen scored a run on a sac fly by Daniel Sanchez in the first. And then a ground ball single after the 3-base error by Dustin Hughes, and it's 2-0 Solingen. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. The count is now 2-2. It was a 2-1 pitch. And I hear the drummer warming up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on base. Here's the pitch. That one was inside. Fastball. Looked like it was tailing back over Hughes. Upset that he did not get the call. Takes a little walk off the mound. That was a fastball that started inside and then almost tailed back over the inner plate. Three and 2. Breaking ball got him. So he strikes out 2 straight, does Hughes, both on breaking balls. And 2 up and 2 down for the Disciples here in the third. That'll bring up the top of the lineup. Lukas Steinlein. Steinlein hit a line drive to center field his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one is low and inside, ball 1. First pitch fastball from Hughes. Here comes the 1-0. High, 2-0. The Disciples have been unable to string any amount of base runners together against Hughes and also Marquez, who pitched 4 innings in game 1. 2-0. That one right in there, 2-1. Steinlein taking all the way. Here it comes. Pop fly towards the right field line. A long run for Brookmeyer, and he dives and did not make the catch. The ball's a fair ball. Steinlein on his way to second base, and the throw goes into left field, but it's backed up out there by Steffens. Brookmeyer with an excellent attempt to make that catch on a fly ball down the right field line, but came up empty. The ball hit off his glove and kicked away. Steinlein into the second base.
Diving catch from Dasha Brookmeyer.
And that's going to be a base hit for Steinlein.
Double von Lukas Steinlein.
So Steinlein, with the Disciples' second base hit, is in scoring position, and here's Jose Palacios. And Palacios and, Selsemeyer and Hughes out there on the mound. Little pop fly. Steinlein did the same thing against Metzger, got a base hit. With 2 outs, if the Disciples are going to have any kind of chance, this is the type of situation in which they're going to have to come through with a big hit. A base hit here to drive home Steinlein would be big for the confidence. Now, Tanner Layton in to have a chat with Andre Hughes. Most likely regarding the base runner, Lukas Steinlein out on second base, although with 2 outs, he's not likely to take off for third. So you wonder if maybe Layton just want to let him know. Layton is playing very deep. He's playing on the grass, so no pickoff play at the moment. Here's the pitch to Palacios. Fastball is a strike, 0-1. Palacios was caught looking on a outside breaking ball in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. There's the 0-1. In the dirt, good block by Selsemeyer, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Jose, a good line drive hitter, tries to hit the ball the opposite field. That's exactly what the Disciples want right here. The Alligators have the infield back, looking to cut anything off, make sure it does not get through to the outfield. Here's the 1-1. Foul to the screen. And it's now 1-2. Palacios with a short stroke. And Chris Ziegler is going to cross over in front of you. Get that ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lukas Steinlein on second base. Andre Hughes trying to end the inning without the Disciples scoring a run. Here's the 1-2. Slap to right field. Brookmeyer racing over, and he makes the catch. Sasha Brookmeyer got a good jump on that line drive. He took a direct route and made a nice running catch, stabbing it waist high and catching it in the heel of his glove to take away a base hit and an RBI from Palacios. The inning is over. No runs, a hit, one left on base, no errors at the end of 2.5. It is 2-0 Solingen.
Die verrückteste Erfindung dieses Jahrhunderts. Die verrückteste Erfindung dieses Jahrhunderts. Loopings bei 1.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. Solingen having scored a run in the first and a run in the second, leading 2-0, and it's going to be 2-3-4. Dominic Wolf, Tanner Layton, and Daniel Sanchez against Kevin Treasel. Treasel has given up 2 hits and a walk. He was hurt by an error in center field by Bossel, although Bossel trying to make a couple of really nice catches. One was charged an error, one went for a double. So here's Wolf, who sacrificed his first time, and he swings and fouls it to the screen, strike one. That was a big swing on the fastball. Ball ricocheting all the way right back to home plate umpire Andreas Danielczyk. 1 strike on Wolf. Treasel getting the sign from Palacios, starts the line. Here's the pitch. Bounced down the third base line. It is a foul ball under the glove of Peterson and down the line. Strike 2 on Wolf. This ballpark down the lines is 98 meters, which is 321 feet, but it's almost a square-shaped ballpark. If you go straight away to center field, it is 420 feet. So down the line, it's possible to hit one out. Straight away, not so much. There's the 0-2. Fouled off the mask of Danielczyk.
Don't touch the ball. Don't touch the ball.
Count still no balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the third, 2-0 Solingen. Treasel gets the sign. There's the pitch to Wolf. That one is outside the breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Treasel in the first game held it close. It was 2-1 until the 6th when the Alligators started putting together some blue pits. Breaking ball. Just missed. Palacios thought for sure that was going to be called strike 3. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now we've seen that a few times from both sides. To be expected. 2-2 on Dominic Wolf leading off the third. And he swings and misses at the breaking ball. It is blocked by Palacios. He's going to pick it up, fire to first base in time, and Wolf is out number 1. That's the first strikeout for Treasel. Like Wolf chased a breaking ball. It was a breaking ball. It was a well-located pitch by Treasel. So with 1 out, nobody on base, here is Tanner Layton. Layton doubled just off the glove of Cedric Bossel, who tried to make a diving catch in right center field. Got a 3-1 pitch and lined it. Actually, it was a 2-0 pitch. Layton 1 for 1. Here's Treasel's wind and pitch. Layton looked like he shortened up to bunt. Took the pitch down low, ball 1. Here it comes. This ball hit high in the air to right field and deep down the line. Auernhammer way back in front of the wall makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Sounded like Leighton either broke his bat or hit it off the end. Didn't quite get all of it. And there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Daniel Sanchez as you see the replay. Looked like a breaking ball down and in. Leighton knew he didn't really get it. Auernhammer had a beat on it all the way going down into the corner. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Daniel Sanchez, who drove in the game's first run with a sac fly his first time, is going to step up. Sanchez, native of Spain, of course. The series is tied at 1. This game, however, is not. Solingen leads 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. And Sanchez looks at a pitch down low in the dirt, ball 1. Sanchez, who wears number 9, has the neon green shoes on. One ball and no strikes from Treasel. 2 outs. This one popped straight up and over the backstop, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Treasel retired Wolf on a strikeout, got Leighton on a fly ball. He's 1-1 on Sanchez. There are 2 outs, nobody on, and you know Treasel wants to settle in and string together some scoreless innings here for the Disciples, give them a chance to come back against Andre Hughes. There's the 1-1 to Sanchez. That's low. 2 balls and a strike. Should Sanchez reach, it's Nils Hartkopf waiting in the on-deck circle. Here's the 2-1 from Treasel. And he went with a breaking ball. It was way outside, and the count is 3-1. Treasel has not really found his breaking ball yet in this game, I don't think. I'm trying to remember if he's thrown any for strikes. I don't think so. He's gotten a couple swings and misses on it. But in a 2-1 count, not going to get that from Sanchez. Now it's 3-1. And this one is high, ball 4. He came back with a fastball. But it was too high, and Sanchez draws the 2-out walk. Take a look at the replay. Close, but high. So now with Sanchez on first base and 2 outs, the number 5 hitter, Nils Hartkopf. Hartkopf grounded out to first his first time, so he's 0 for 1. So I wonder if Sanchez might be running with 2 outs. Treasel working from the stretch. Breaking ball, and there's 1 for a strike. That's the first one I think he's thrown. 0-1 on Hartkopf. Sanchez off first with 1 strike and 2 outs. The pitch to Hartkopf. Breaking ball, and that one, a check swing, hit off the bat. It's a foul ball for strike 2. And Hartkopf, I think, almost got hit by that pitch. Home plate umpire actually didn't make a call. But I guess it's an obvious foul ball. So the count is 0-2 on Hartkopf with Daniel Sanchez on first. 2 outs in the third. Fly ball slapped down the right field line. It is a fair ball, base hit all the way into the corner. Sanchez racing around third. He is being waved. The throw comes to Klein. Now the throw to the plate. Not in time. As Auernhammer threw the ball to the wrong cutoff man. It's an RBI double, and Solingen leads 3-0. Sanchez coming around to score. He's able to score at the crack of the bat. A 2-strike pitch that Treasel left over the middle of the plate. Hartkopf hit a fly ball on the right field line. It was fair by about an inch. And Auernhammer, who was playing way off the line, threw the ball to the wrong cutoff man. Ball's supposed to go to Stefan, and he threw it to Klein, and that allowed Sanchez to score. So it is now 3-0, so much for the scoreless inning for Treasel, and now Hartkopf is at second base, and Sasha Brookmeyer, the hitter. Brookmeyer reached on the error and scored, and now he lines one hard to left field. It's going to be caught by Eriksson for the 3rd out of the inning. Brookmeyer has hit the ball hard in both of his at-bats. He's only seen 2 pitches. However, the inning comes to an end. However, 1 more run on 1 hit, 1 left. No errors. At the end of 3, it is 3-0 Solingen. We are back to the top of the fourth inning, Solingen with a 3-0 lead. And for the Disciples, it's going to be 3-4-5. Chris Ziegler, Josh Peterson, and Mitch Stefan against Andre Hughes. And you have to remember with Hughes, he's probably only going to go 5 or 6, and then you're going to have to deal with Marquez out of the bullpen. So the Disciples do not have many shots left before they're going to probably get a new look. That is, if Norman Eberhard sticks to his usual plan. So here's Ziegler. Ziegler flied out his first time, 0 for 1. And he shows bunt, and he accidentally bunted it back to the mound on a pitch that almost hit him. Picked up by Hughes, throws to first in time. Well, when it's going your way, it's going your way, and right now everything is going the Alligators' way. Look at Ziegler. Couldn't get out of the way of the pitch. The ball hits the bat, and it goes right back to Hughes. 1-3 on the put-out, 1 down. So that'll bring up Josh Peterson.
Nächster Schlag war mit der 19, Josh Peterson.
Peterson grounded to third on a nice play from Dominic Wolf his first time. 1 pitch and 1 out for Hughes here in the fourth. And this one is high. Ball 1. It is a low strike zone. That much is for sure. 1 ball and no strikes. And Josh swings and pops it up on the infield. Daniel Sanchez calling off Dominic Wolf. 2 outs. Well, Andre Hughes, if he's going to continue at this pace, he's going to be able to pitch games 4 and 5 if there is one. He has thrown almost no pitches. I'm going to start looking at Game Changer pretty soon and tell you about that. I don't have it open at the moment. But Hughes has not broken a sweat out there. There are 2 outs and now Mitch Stefan. The Disciples trailing 3-0. First pitch, high, ball 1. Mitch singled. That's the first of 2 hits that the Disciples have had. And a breaking ball and a good one drops in, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mitch from Andre Hughes. Solingen scored a run in the first on a sac fly by Sanchez, a run in the second on a single by Hughes, and a run in the third on a double by Hartkopf. And now this breaking ball is high, 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 of the 3 runs is unearned. Hartkopf's little pop fly was about 1 inch fair down the right field line. That drove in Daniel Sanchez with 2 outs. The Disciples have had 1 runner in scoring position. That was Steinlein. There's a broken bat floater up the middle, and it's going to be grabbed on the other side of second by Sanchez, who throws to first wild. Ball hits the backstop. Stefan took the turn, and now he's going to go back to first base and hold on as Selsmeyer backed up the play. That's most likely going to be a base hit. We'll see. Stefan broke his bat on the play. Daniel Sanchez had to run all the way to the second base side of second, and he still had an off chance to throw to first.
Anschlag die 25, Richard Klein.
So here's Richie Klein. And it is a base hit for Mitch. So Mitch has 2 singles. Neither one of them hit all that hard. And now Klein, the hitter, takes a strike, 0-1. Richie, his first time, hit a pop-up to the second baseman, Leighton. Stefan with a pretty big lead off first, but he's not a fast runner. Fastball high and outside, ball one. There are 2 outs. The Disciples, with their 3 base runners, have had them all scattered. Klein hits a ground ball to Leighton. He's going to flip it to Sanchez at short, and the inning is over. 4-6, force out, erasing Stefan for the last out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, no errors at the end of 3.5. It is 3-0 Solingen. Welcome back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Solingen leading 3-0. Single runs in the first 3 innings. And they're going to start things off 79. Dustin Hughes, Sasha Steffens, and David Selsemeyer. Dustin Hughes singled and drove in a run his first time. That was the unearned run, driving home Brockmeyer, who had reached on the 3-base error. First pitch is low, ball 1 to him. Treasel has allowed 2 walks and 3 hits, 2 earned runs out of the 3 runs. He has struck out 1. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Dustin Hughes. Swung on a high pop fly to deep right field. Bruno Auernhammer is over near the line, and he makes the catch. 1 out.
Ja, wieder ein sehr hoher Flugball ins Right Field zum ersten Aus. Am Schlag unsere Nummer 20, Sascha Steffens.
So with 1 out, that will bring up Sascha Steffens. Steffens sacrificed his first time. Fastball strike. 0-1 to Sascha. Treasel entering this inning had thrown 42 pitches. There's the 1-strike pitch coming to Steffens. That one is low, 1 ball and 1 strike. There's 1 out, nobody on base. Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Solingen. Breaking ball, or actually maybe that was a fastball. And the count is 2-1. It missed inside. Steffens, who is from Cologne, formerly played for the Cologne Cardinals. Former best batter winner in 2009. 2-1 the count to him. And this one is outside, 3-1. And now the drums begin a little bit more. As we move to the middle innings, we've got We Will Rock You and a drummer playing completely different rhythms at the same time. 3-1 on Steffens. Treasel getting the sign from Palacios. Here it comes. Strike, fastball on the outside corner, and the count now full, 3-2. Steffens has been with the Alligators since 2013. In fact, tomorrow he will celebrate his 33rd birthday. There's the 3-2 pitch to him. Strike 3, fastball at the knees on the outside corner. Treasel gets his second strikeout. As Steffens was ready to take first on a walk. Look at the replay. Fastball right there. So 2 outs.
2 down, 2 outs. Nächster Schlag an die 31.
And with nobody on, here is David Selsemeyer. Selsemeyer, who comes from Würzburg. Hit a ground ball to second base his first time, 0 for 1. Open stance, and the first pitch strike, 0-1. Treisel has pitched through a little bit of bad luck, giving up some hard hit balls also that were hit right at some fielders, so I guess it all evens out in the end. 1-1. Selsemeyer takes a ball in the dirt, 1 ball and 1 strike. Palacios backhanding that one. On deck, the top of the order, Florian Goetze. There are 2 outs. Solingen scored a run with 2 outs last inning. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss as Selsemeyer spins out of the batter's box. He chased a breaking ball that was well out of the strike zone. And count now 1-2. It is 3-0 Solingen, bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, nobody on, 1-2 on Selsemeyer. Kevin Treisel getting the sign. And now he comes to the plate. This one in the dirt, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on. And he just missed with the slider inside. And the count now full. And that one was pretty well inside off the plate. So the count full to David Selsemeyer with 2 outs and nobody on. In the bottom of the 4th, Treisel getting his sign. Here's the pitch on the way. And he missed with ball 4. So, just like last inning, he gets the first 2 men and then gives up a walk. And now, Florian Goetze will come up with Selsemeyer on base as you look at that last pitch. I think it was a fastball from Treisel. Goetze is 0 for 1. He's walked and scored a run and popped out. Selsemeyer on first base. There are 2 outs in the inning. Solingen with a 3-0 lead, and Goetze, the leadoff hitter, up there against Kevin Treisel. And the first pitch, fastball right in there, strike 1. Good pitch from Treisel. Dominic Wolf is on deck. Selsemeyer has got his hands on his knees. Now he extends his lead a little bit. Long hold from Treisel on the pitch. Just missed a little bit low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Take a look at that last pitch. This is the 1-0 pitch. Palacios trying to hold it there. Palacios drops down to that left leg sometimes. There's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Selsemeyer had faked and stopped, and Goetze waving and missing at a breaking ball. He's behind 1-2. Treisel trying to put up a 0 for the first time on the scoreboard. Solingen has scored a run in each of the first 3 innings. There's the 1-2. Swung on and popped up to short right field. Auernhammer drifting over near the line. And he makes the catch to end the inning as Goetze flies out. So, no runs. No hits, 1 left, no errors at the end of 4. It is 3-0 Solingen.
Servus Ingrid, ja, kannst du ein bisschen erzählen über die schöne Zeug?
Zum Beispiel das Trainingsshirt für die Kinder oder für die Erwachsenen.
For kids and
Sieht
adults.
man genauso aus wie die Herren 1 im Training.
Looks exactly like the first men's Bundesliga team. In training, what else we got here?
Oder
Gelb-Schwarz.
gelb-schwarze Jacke mit Disciples Day.
Yeah, it's got like a vintage retro look to it. It's pretty cool.
Ja.
We also have hats.
Und dann
Right, where are the hats? Caps and okay, let's take a look at these. Oh, there's also sunflower seeds. Yeah, schöne Mützen. This is the old-fashioned one, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And there's even a mirror. Hey. All kinds of good stuff. Yeah, the Disciples jerseys. This is a very impromptu little commercial we're doing here. Thank you, Sepp. This is a soft shell jacket. Thank you, Sepp, for the information.
Hoodie.
With a hoodie. We got the hoodie.
Majestic hoodie.
Ah, yeah, majestic hoodie. Nice. This is a nice hoodie.
Is it also a hoodie, but only with
Ja.
a sweater?
Schöne.
Ja.
Okay, vielen Dank.
Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning. Haar trailing by a score of 3-0. Andre Hughes has only thrown 51 pitches. And he's going to face 7-8-9, Ty Erickson, Bruno Auernhammer, and Cedric Bossel. He's allowed 3 base runners, has Hughes. A double and 2 singles. 2 singles to Mitch Stefan and a pop fly double to Lucas Steinlein. That's been it. He's not walked anybody. He has struck out 3. He's been helped by his defense. Good outfield defense by the Solingen Alligators with Sasha Brockmeyer really covering a lot of ground in right field. And Ty Erickson, who is 0 for 1, flied out to right field his first time. He's going to step up. And the pitch to Ty is a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. 0-2, fastball tailing in at the knees on the inner half of the plate, and Hughes just hitting his spot. He has the same exact release point every time, same delivery, and that's the key. That's the only way you can pitch with such command. There's the 0-2 pitch to Erickson. A weak hack, and he fouls it off to the right. Still no balls and 2 strikes. One thing that can be said about Triesel's performance so far, even though he's trailing 3-0, he has not thrown a lot of pitches. 0-2. Ground ball on a big hop to Dominic Wolf at third. He gloves it, throws to first in time, 1 down.
Just ground out, 5 Nachfrei, Dominic Wolf from dritten Base.
Triesel, who has only thrown in the 50s as far as pitch count goes, only slightly behind Hughes. He has not really had to struggle a lot, and that bodes well. If he can go really deep in this game, then they can save Lucas Steinlein for tomorrow. So here's Bruno Auernhammer. Auernhammer struck out on that curveball his first time. And this time he fouls away the first pitch, strike 1. But Hughes' fastball must have a lot of movement on it because the Disciples hitters just have not been able to square it up. Both in this game or the last one, they have not hit very many balls hard. This one fouled away, 0-2. And he's putting it in a good spot down at the knees on the corners of the strike zone. He's avoided the fat part of the plate. And that's probably the biggest reason why he's been so successful as a pitcher in the Bundesliga over his career. He does not throw hard at all, but he changes speeds very well, and he pitches from ahead. The 0-2, tapped foul again. Auernhammer has been on the defensive since he stepped in the batter's box. There's 1 out. We are in the 5th inning. Haven't seen any stirring from the Alligators bullpen. I wonder if Eberhardt might stick longer with Hughes today and save Marquez for tomorrow should there be a need for a game 5, especially if the Alligators are leading. Here's the 0-2. Fastball is high, 1-2. And Auernhammer lines a base hit to left field. That one was in a hittable zone. That's probably the first pitch that Hughes has left over the center of the plate, and Auernhammer with a good short stroke lines it into left field. Take a look at the replay. That was a breaking ball that was up. And that's the 4th base hit for the Disciples. The Disciples have not had a leadoff base runner in the game. All 4 of their base runners have been with at least 1 out or 2. So now Cedric Bossel, the number 9 hitter, shows bunt, and he lays a good one down the third baseline. Wolf fields and throws to first in time. However, Auernhammer will move to second base. Not sure if that's really the most optimal play. I mean, Bossel is a good hitter himself, and with 1 out, now there's 2 outs. I mean, it takes a 2-out hit. However, Lucas Steinlein does have a base hit in the game. He's also hit the ball very hard. In fact, the time he hit the ball hard, it was an out. And when he didn't hit it so hard, it landed for a double. So that's how baseball goes. Sometimes you do everything right and you get nothing to show for it. So Steinlein, who is 1 for 2, he's got Auernhammer at second base with 2 outs, and the pitch. Fastball is a strike called. That one at the very, very top of the zone. It has not been a high strike zone. That one just barely nipping the top edge. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Bruno Auernhammer singled with 1 out. He's on second base after Basel's sacrifice. 1-1 from Hughes to Steinlein. This one in the dirt, and a good block by Selsemeyer. That ball could have gotten away, gone to the backstop. Although with 2 outs, it doesn't make a huge difference whether or not Auernhammer's on second or third. And now Leighton calls time and runs in to have a chat with Andre Hughes. 2 balls and a strike. Infield is back. They're just going to try and cut off a ground ball. There's the 2-1 pitch to Steinlein. And it's high and tight, 3-1 now. On deck, Jose Palacios. The Disciples have not had more than 1 base runner in any inning. They've got Auernhammer at second base and 2 outs here. There's the 3-1. And Steinlein pops it foul, and the count is now full, 3-2. Steinlein is the type of hitter that has the approach that could work against a pitcher like Hughes. He does not swing aggressively. He's an inside-out hitter. He likes to hit the ball to the opposite field. Good short stroke, and he asks for time and receives it. As the drumming begins, as the Solingen fans are going to try and cheer Andre Hughes to get the 3rd strike of the inning. It's a full count with 2 outs. Bruno Auernhammer on second base, and the pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 is called, and Steinlein knew it. The inning is over. Andre Hughes completely fooling Lucas Steinlein, and that strands Auernhammer at second base. Strikeout number 4 for Andre Hughes. Let's take a look at that pitch again. It was a beauty. And Steinlein knew it. So the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 1 left on base. No errors at the end of 4 1/2. It is Solingen 3, Haar nothing. We're back for the top of the 6th inning. Tim Collins with you here. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. Solingen, with 3 runs in the first 3 innings, has a 3-0 lead as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's going to be Dominic Wolf,
Dr. Wolf,
Tanner Leighton, and then Daniel Sanchez. 2, 3, and 4. Kevin Treasel has thrown 59 pitches through the first 4, and the first pitch breaking ball to Wolf is in there for a strike. Treasel has walked 3, struck out 2, given up 3 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of which are earned. Disciples have made 1 error. That was the error by Basel in center, although, to be fair, as that pitch is outside 1-1, would have been a nice diving catch had he made it, but it hit off the heel of his glove about chest high as he was in a headlong dive, and therefore it was ruled as an error, and that led to the run in the 2nd inning. 1-1 on Dominic Wolf. Fastball is outside, 2-1. Wolf, who, of course, you probably know, is a full-time doctor, longtime member of the national team, although he has not played with the national team for the last year. Missed some time a few years ago with a torn ACL. Came back. He actually had retired before last season and then decided he wasn't ready to give it up, and he came back and won the championship last year with Solingen. And he's decided this year he still wasn't ready to give it up. So he's got a 2-1 count. Here's the pitch from Treasel. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, 2-2. Dominic Wolf has over 600 career hits in the Bundesliga. Former MVP in 2006 and 2009. He's got a 2-ball and 2-strike count, does the veteran. Treasel winds and deals. In the dirt, that was another breaking pitch, I think. Wolf had chased it in his previous at-bat. This time he doesn't. The count is 3-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Wolf sacrificed his first time and struck out his last time. So he's 0 for 1 officially. Infield back and straight away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch from Treasel. Big bouncing ball up the middle to his right. Klein gloves it, sets his feet, throws to first in time, 1 down. As you see the shadow, there's the sun coming out. It was actually kind of cloudy and overcast, but now the sun is coming out and it's gotten very bright on the field. I don't think it will affect the hitters, however, as the sun is from off to the right and it's out of the field of play. So, with one out, and nobody on, here's Tanner Layton. Layton doubled off the glove of Basel in center his first time, then hit a fly ball. He just missed a home run. His last time popping up a Treasel breaking ball. 1 out, nobody on base. There's the pitch to him. Fastball missed outside, ball 1, 1-0. Tanner Layton, who had 4 home runs this year, had 6 last year and 2 the year before. There's the 1-0 pitch. And he just missed the knees of the outside corner. 2 balls and no strikes. Layton, who is from Idaho, his parents are here. They were announced back to visit for the playoff season. They did the same thing last year. 2-0 on Layton, and this one's high, 3-0. Layton, who celebrates his birthday on July the 13th, 1989. He's 26 years old, from Meridian, Idaho. He has also played in Australia. There's the 3-0, ball 4. Treasel has now walked 4. And I think that might have been a pitch around, as Treasel was trying to keep the fastball and everything really out of the middle of the plate. And now Layton, the base runner at first. Mitch Stefan going to go and have a chat with Treasel. There is activity in the bullpen. Lucas Steinlein is beginning to throw down the right field line. Steinlein would be the reliever, and should this inning start to unravel, the disciples will go to him. So Stefan, who is the coach, is out there having a chat with Treasel. Treasel has not thrown a lot of pitches. Up around 60 or so. We are in the bottom of the 5th. Daniel Sanchez, the hitter. Sanchez has not had an official at-bat yet. He's walked, scored a run, and driven in a run with a sacrifice. He's been productive. Tanner Layton, the runner on first. Layton is a threat to go.
Unser Nummer 9, Danny Sanchez.
So Treasel going to try and get through the heart of the order here. It is 3-0 Solingen, the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 out, Tanner Layton on first, Daniel Sanchez the hitter. Treasel holds and now deals. First pitch, line drive, center field, hit hard. Basel right there, and he makes the catch. And Layton has to go back to first base. Daniel Sanchez was looking for a fastball and hit it very hard, but that's the 2nd out of the inning, as Cedric Basel had to move about 2 steps to his right. With the sun out and the sunglasses down, and Layton had to go about halfway and turn around and hustle back to first base. So 2 outs, and now Nils Hartkopf, who has doubled and grounded out. Hartkopf drove in a run with that double. It was a pop fly down the right field line that landed just inside the line, but they all count. And here's the first pitch from Treasel to Hartkopf with Layton on first. And it's a breaking ball, skips away from Palacios. Layton takes second base, and will hold on there. That's a wild pitch, ball 1. It was a breaking ball that bounced in the dirt and hit off Palacios' right arm and caromed off to the left. No chance for Palacios really to block that one. So Leighton easily into second base. There are 2 outs, and he's in scoring position now. So Hartkopf could drive home an important 4th run for the Alligators. They want to extend that lead and keep putting the pressure on. There's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul tip, and Hartkopf was a very big swing on that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Leighton on second base. Treasel comes set and deals. Fastball just missed. 2-1. So Treasel has had a lot of close pitches this inning, and not a one of them has been in the strike zone, according to home plate umpire Andreas Danielczyk. Danielczyk with a very tight zone for both pitchers. 2-1. There's a fly ball to center field coming on and to his right. Bossel makes the catch and the inning is over. So the 2 out, the walk to Leighton does not hurt Treasel. No runs, no hits, 1 left, no errors. At the end of 5 completed, is Solingen 3, Haar nothing.
Die verrückteste Entwicklung dieses Jahrhunderts. Die verrückteste Entwicklung dieses Jahrhunderts. Loopings bei 1.
We move to the top of the 6th inning. Andre Hughes has only thrown 67 pitches. He's allowed 3 hits and 4 strikeouts, and he has scattered all the base runners for the Disciples, who have just not been able to square up on any of the pitches he's serving up on home plate. And he's going to go back out there for the 6th. It'll be 2-3-4, Palacios, Ziegler, and Peterson for the Disciples. Lucas Steinlein is still warming in the bullpen, although Treasel has pitched well through the first 5. So here's Palacios. Palacios over 2, struck out looking and flied to right field. Starting things off in the 6th. First pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. This one is low and outside, 2 balls and no strikes. There's a 2-0 pitch to Jose coming from Hughes. He shows bunt, pulls it back. Strike called at the letters on the outside corner, 2-1. The Alligators as a team this year had a 1.88 ERA. And if you can believe it, that was 2nd in the league behind Bonn. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive caught between the legs by Andre Hughes.
Boom, bang, boom.
That was a hard rocket off the bat of Palacios, and the Disciples not only can't even buy a hit, but Andre Hughes, I don't think even really knew what just happened. He made it look casual, but I'm not sure he was so sure he was going to catch that ball. His right glove happened to be down between his legs, and that was exactly where Palacios hit it. 1 out. So here is Chris Ziegler. Ziegler is 0 for 2. Breaking ball, first pitch, high, ball 1. Palacios hit that ball very hard. This one is high and inside, 2-0. Hughes has been to a 3-ball count on 2 hitters, Eriksson in the second and Steinlein last inning, but he has not walked either one. In fact, he struck both of them out, both with breaking balls. And there's a strike at the knees on the outside corner, 2-1. Fastball from Hughes to Ziegler. We are in the 6th inning. Solingen scored a run in each of the first 3 innings, and so far that's been the difference. There's a fly ball sliced off to deep left field. Steffen's going way back, and he's not going to get it. The ball bounces and goes all the way to the wall. Ziegler racing to second base. He's going to stop there with a stand-up double. And now that line drive that Palacios hit looms even larger as Ziegler doubles over the head of Sasha Steffens in deep left field. Steffens was playing shallow and had to race way back to the wall and had no chance to get that ball. Landed in the gap. So now Josh Peterson, the hitter. So a pop fly double for Ziegler. That's his first base hit. That is the 5th base hit of the game for the Disciples. And here is Josh. First pitch fastball away, and it's called a strike, 0-1. Josh is 0 for 2, grounded out and popped out. He has not had anything to hit from Hughes. Everything has been away and down. Hughes knowing the power of Peterson. This one is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Josh, who does have power the opposite field, if he's looking to drive a ball that way, he might hit one down the line. I've certainly seen it before. 1 ball and 1 strike from Hughes, who comes set. Ziegler on second base, the pitch. And he grounds it to the right side, and it is gloved by Hughes to his right, to his feet, and he has trouble getting the ball out of his glove, and they do just barely get the out at first, and Peterson cannot believe that the call was out at first base. Moving to third on the play is Ziegler. It's a 3-1 put out. And the Disciples absolutely cannot believe that Peterson was out. Josh actually threw his helmet all against the backstop, but the umpire, first base umpire, Bernhard Laufen, had already turned around. It's probably a good thing he did not see that. So 2 outs as Peterson was trying to glove it. Hughes went to his right and sort of stumbled, and then he had trouble getting the ball out of his glove. And Peterson could not believe he was called out, but he is, and it's going to take a 2-out hit from the Disciples to score a run. Ziegler is at third. Mitch Stefan, the hitter, who has singled twice. Neither one hit all that hard. And the first pitch is low and in the dirt, and a nice block by Selsemeyer. 1 ball and no strikes. It was very hard. It's hard to tell from the naked eye. It's always a bang-bang play, and the umpire is the closest one to the play. So you have to trust the opinion of the umpire. Ziegler is on third. 1-0 pitch. Strike called on the outside corner, 1-1. There is a huge shift. The infield is completely shifted over to the right. Daniel Sanchez is standing behind second. Leighton is in short right field. Hughes is back. There is a giant hole on the left side of the infield for Stefan. And the pitch is away, and Stefan took it, and it's a strike, 1-2. That would have been a good opportunity. I'm sure Mitch sees that hole. He sometimes shoots the ball that way. But the Alligators do not believe Stefan is going to hit the ball to left field. There's the 2-1, the 1-2 pitch, rather. Big bouncer to Hughes. He's going to shovel it to Hughes, who covers the bag at first, and the inning is over. The Disciples do not score. No runs, a hit, 1 left, no errors. At the end of 5.5, 3-0, Solingen. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 3-0 Solingen, and the Disciples look like a frustrated team as they come out onto the field. They have just not been able to muster any kind of a rally against Andre Hughes, who has pitched very well. And they also have to feel like they've gotten a little bit unlucky. Palacios, a line drive right back to the mound, caught by Andre Hughes, and then a close call at first base didn't go their way. But those are the things that happen in baseball games, and good teams are able to come back from that. Alligators are going to send 6, 7, and 8. Sasha Brookmeyer, who has hit the ball very hard twice, and then Dustin Hughes and Sasha Steffens. The Disciples have had 2 runners in scoring position. They got Steinlein to second in the 3rd, and Siegler last inning made it all the way to 3rd, and that was it. So here's Brookmeyer. Kevin Treasel still out there. He has thrown 74 pitches, and Brookmeyer takes a ball. That's the first time Brookmeyer has let one go by. He swung at the other 2 pitches he's seen. One was a line drive that went off the glove of Bossel for an error, and another that was a line drive that went into the glove of Erickson. So he's 0 for 2 technically, but he scored a run. And this one is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Brookmeyer, who's 24 years old, works with the local police force in Wuppertal, just up the road here from Solingen. There's a 2-0. A swing and a pop-up. That's foul and over the grandstand and into the batting cage area. 2 balls and 1 strike on Sasha Brookmeyer. It is 3-0 Solingen. They got a run in the 1st, an RBI by Daniel Sanchez. In the 2nd, an RBI by Dustin Hughes. In the 3rd, an RBI by Nils Hartkopf. Kevin Treasel has allowed 3 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. We are in the 6th. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball, strike 2. And the count is 2-2 to Sasha Brookmeyer. After Brookmeyer, Dustin Hughes and Sasha Steffens. And the drums begin to pick up. The sun is out. The weather is holding up so far. The 2-2. Got him swinging on that breaking ball down in the dirt. It was picked by Palacios, and the out is recorded. Strikeout number 3 for Treasel. That was a slider that he got down. That's the 3rd strikeout for Kevin Treasel. Perfect location on that pitch. So here's Dustin Hughes. Hughes is 1 for 2. He drove in a run with a single and fly to right. Fastball missed the inside corner, ball 1. Palacios trying to bring that ball back. It's been a tight zone, but it's been consistent. One 1-0 on Dustin Hughes. And Treasel stepped off the mound. And Hughes backed out of the box. Now he's getting back in there. 1 ball, no strikes. Swinging a little tapper off the foot of Hughes back to Treasel, but it's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1 and ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Dustin Hughes, the hitter. Treasel winds. Here's the pitch. Low and outside, 2-1. There's 1 out, nobody on. There's the 2-1 from Treasel. Breaky ball and a beauty. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one dropping in. Hughes was looking for something else for sure on that. And had to let it go by. Treasel is giving the Disciples innings. They still have Steinlein warming in the bullpen. But if Treasel could get through 6, even maybe 7 or 8, that would be huge. And he drops down sidearm on a breaking ball, and Hughes fouls it off to the left. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Watch that last delivery from Treasel. Looked like he dropped down a little bit. Ever so slightly. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. Dustin Hughes, the hitter. And a check swing on the breaking ball. Palacios is going to ask if he went around, and the first base umpire says yes, he did. So strike 3. Hughes is gone. There are 2 outs.
So, 2 raus, 2 down. Für die Alligators jetzt am Schlag mit der 20, Sascha Steffens.
So here's Steffens. First pitch to him. Missed for a ball. Treasel now with 4 strikeouts. He struck out the first 2 this inning. Steffens has sacrificed and struck out looking. 2 outs, nobody on. Fastball outside. 2 balls and no strikes to count. It is the bottom of the 6th. Solingen leading 3-0. Kevin Treasel has a 2-0 count to Sascha Steffens. And he missed low with a fastball. The count is now 3-0. Treasel has not had a 1-2-3 inning, but he also has not had to labor intensively. He faced 5 in the first, 4 in the second, 5 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and he's got the first 2 here. And a strike is called. The count is now 3-1 on the fastball. In each of the last 2 innings, he retired the first 2 hitters of the inning. Excuse me, in the third and the fourth he did so. However, in the third, he walked Sanchez, who then came around to score. Got the first 2 outs in the fourth and then walked Selsemeyer. There's a swing and a pop-up. This is going to stay in play. Palacios over to the right of the home plate area, makes the catch. And the inning is over, a 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Treasel. And we are through 6. It is Solingen 3, or nothing. We go to the top of the 7th inning. 1 change for the Solingen Alligators. Marcus Stritzek has replaced Sascha Steffens in left field. But Andre Hughes is still out there on the mound for the Alligators. And he's going to face 6, 7, and 8, Richard Klein, Ty Erickson, and Bruno Auernhammer. Andre Hughes has never faced more than 4 batters in any of the innings so far in this game. He has made quick work, and he is also giving Norman Eberhardt the luxury of having a fully rested Enormal Marquez for tomorrow, should it come down to a game 5. Neither one of these pitches, neither one of these teams with an extremely deep bullpen, although Eberhardt definitely has the advantage in terms of veteran guys. Here's Klein. First pitch swinging, fouls it away, strike 1. Klein is 0 for 2. He's hit 2 ground balls to the second baseman. And he himself is a second baseman, so maybe he's, helping out his fellow brethren. Andre Hughes still out there in the 7th. 3-0 Solingen. And a strike at the knees on the inside corner, and Hughes out in front 0-2. Hughes has struck out 4. He has not walked a batter. Breaking ball swung on and missed. The ball in the dirt picked up by Selsemeyer. He's going to throw to first base. And it's in time, and Klein is out for the first out. That is strikeout number 5 for Andre Hughes. As you look at it on a replay. And that will bring up Eriksson, who's 0 for 2.
Ty Eriksson.
Hughes entering the inning had thrown 81 pitches. And the pitch to Eriksson. Tapped foul at the plate. Strike 1. Ty is 0 for 2. He's flied to right and grounded to third. Ty is taking a moment to stretch out his legs there to the left of the plate. Hughes has allowed 5 hits. 1 strike on Eriksson. This one is down low. That was a breaking ball. 1-1 the count. It's been a fairly subdued atmosphere. This is a place that can get very loud, but hasn't been an overly loud atmosphere as Eriksson lines a base hit into left field. There's a hard single for Ty. And again, the Disciples with a base runner, but never a base runner to lead off an inning. As Ty got a pitch up from Hughes in there and lined it into left field on a hop to the new left fielder, Marcus Stritzek. So Eriksson with his first base hit, and now Bruno Auernhammer. Auernhammer struck out his first time and ripped a single his second time. The Disciples need to put some base runners together. Hughes obviously not going to give him any walks. Auernhammer not showing bunt, swings away and pops it up. Shallow left, Sanchez going out, Stritzek coming in and calls off Sanchez to make the catch. There are 2 down. And another quick 2 outs. And here's Cedric Bassel. And Bassel is going to be removed. That looks like Daniel Patrice. This is Daniel Patrice going to pinch hit for Cedric Bassel. Let's see what defensive changes that will bring upon the Disciples in the next half inning. Patrice this year in limited playing time only had 2 hits and 11 at-bats. However, one of those 2 hits was a triple off of the Mannheim pitcher Michael Torrealba. And he swings and it's a bouncing ball to Hughes, to Wolf, who boots it, picks it up, throws to first, and he's able to recover in time from the initial bobble and throw out Patrice, who makes the 3rd out of the inning on 1 pitch. That was about a 5-pitch inning, if my counting is correct. 6-pitch inning for Andre Hughes. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left, no errors. And at the end of 6.5, it is 3-0 Solingen.
Everybody there?
And you're going to hear Douglas Hughes sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strike, get out of the old ball game. Everybody now take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If we don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strike, get out at the old ball game. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play ball. I love you all.
That was Douglas Hughes, father of Andre and Dustin, of course. Getting a nice hand here in Solingen, as he always does. He sings the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in the 7th inning stretch. Solingen is leading this game by a score of 3-0, and Kevin Treasel back out there. Treasel is, in pitch-wise, he's in pretty good shape. He's thrown 90. And he's really done his job. He's pitched a good ball game, kept Haar in the game. The offense for the Disciples just has not been able to get anything going. against Andre Hughes. So my guess is Daniel Patrice is in center field.
So, Douglas Hughes gibt den Startschuss für die 31. David.
So it'll be 9-1-2. David Selsemeyer, Florian Goetze, and Dominic Wolf. Selsemeyer is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch, a little pop to shortstop. Chris Ziegler backs up to the outfield grass and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Es wird aus. Chris Ziegler mit dem Catch. 1 down. Weiter geht's bei den
That'll bring up Florian Goetze. Goetze is 0 for 2, although he has
Florian Goetze
walked and scored a run. Came around on the sac fly by Daniel Sanchez in the first inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Breaking ball. Outside, ball 1. Treasel has struck out 4. He's given up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. Over 3 runs. 3 hits and 3 runs. There's a fastball strike called. 1 ball and 1 strike. Treasel has also walked 4. Alligators have hit a few balls hard. There's the 1-1 pitch. This one popped straight up behind the plate. Palacios back near the screen, has a play, makes the catch, and there are 2 down. That ball, if it was going to come about 5 feet back, would have been there would have been a loud bang in your living room. So 2 down, and here is Dominic Wolf. Wolf is 0 for 2. He's grounded out, struck out. He's also sacrificed. So he's had 3 plate appearances and 2 official at bats. Treasel trying to have a quick inning. Breaking ball, strike on the first pitch. Treasel really has settled down. I mean, he hasn't really had a bad inning. He gave up single runs in the first, second, and third. Remember, there were a couple of attempted diving catches. Breaking ball hit hard on a line to Peterson. He makes the catch, and that's the end of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go to the Alligators. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We're going to go to the top of the 8th inning. The Disciples only with 6 outs left. Solingen leads 3-0. Well, we are back. It's the top of the 8th inning. Andre Hughes is going to try and go as far as he can in this one. He is going to come back. He's gone 7 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He's thrown 88 pitches. And so far, Norman Eberhardt has not had to even really think about going to his bullpen. It's going to be the top of the order for the Disciples. Lucas Steinlein, Jose Palacios, and Chris Ziegler. I would guess at the first sniff of danger, Norman Eberhardt would go to Marquez. But Hughes has made it look easy so far for the first 7. And he's going to go to work on Steinlein, who is 1 for 3. First pitch high and outside, ball 1. Hughes, as I mentioned, has not allowed more than 1 base runner in any inning. He's scattered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. This one is low. 2-0. Game Changer says 5, but my scorebook says 6. So there's a discrepancy somewhere. 2-0. That's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. I mentioned it before. He has only been to a 3-ball count on 2 hitters, both of whom he later ended up striking out, Cedric Bossel and Lucas Steinlein himself. Next pitch. And that one just missed high. 3 balls and a strike. Steinlein desperately trying to get on base. The Disciples have not had a leadoff hitter reach base in this game. There's a line drive into center field. There's a base hit. Steinlein has himself 2 hits. And there's a leadoff base runner for the Disciples. Steinlein with a rocket into left center field for a base hit. That's his 2nd hit, and the 3rd time he's hit the ball very hard. It's the 2nd time he's hit it hard. He did hit the ball hard in the 1st inning, and it ended up going right into the glove of Florian Goetze. So Steinlein, the runner at 1st. And now Palacios getting the signs from Mo Poliksa down the 3rd baseline. Hughes, of course, the left-hander, has a good look at Steinlein on 1st. It's a little bit different situation from when Metzger was on the mound. So here's Palacios, and instead Hughes is going to check on Steinlein. Palacios is 0 for 3, struck out, flied out, and his last at-bat, he had a rocket that Andre Hughes snagged between his legs. Steinlein not going. First pitch. Strike is called. And now the energy level begins to pick up. Chris Ziegler is the on-deck hitter. And another check on Steinlein, and he is back. He does not have a very big lead. As the breeze begins to pick up, there are some puffy white clouds and blue sky overhead, but it looks like more overcast skies are heading our way. Pitch to Palacios, high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. We are in the 8th. And Palacios takes the pitch high and outside again. The count now 2 balls and a strike. I cannot see down the line into the Alligators bullpen, but I would imagine Marquez is warming up. The 2-1. A fly ball to right field. Bruckmeyer is going back. He's backpedaling, but he's got to play and makes it. 1 down. Palacios hitting the ball pretty deep into right field. It's Sasha Bruckmeyer. A little 2-step to his right and then back to his left. Made the catch. That'll bring up Ziegler with 1 down and Steinlein, the runner at 1st. This is the part of the order for the Disciples that really has the pop to make the scoreboard change in a hurry. Ziegler, who hit 4 home runs during the year. Ziegler is 1 for 3 with a double and a throw behind Steinlein. He is back. Hughes comes set. First pitch to Ziegler. A little tapper up the first baseline, foul, strike 1. Solingen with a 3-0 lead. They scored a run in the 1st, an unearned run in the 2nd, and another run in the 3rd. Andre Hughes has avoided the barrel of the bat from the Haar Disciples. Comes set. The pitch to Ziegler. Breaking ball and a strike called at the knees in the outside corner, and I could see Ziegler said no. He did not like that call. Take a look at that last pitch. Count is 0-2. Selsemar sets the target up outside. The pitch. Fastball is outside. 1-2. Andre Hughes has been hitting the glove no matter where Selsemar puts it. There's the 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. Steinlein is on first base. He led off the inning with a single. 2-2 the count. There's a line drive to right field. Bruckmeyer racing over, not going to get it. It's a base hit, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Steinlein is racing to third, and he is going to be held at third as Bruckmeyer comes up firing the ball to Dustin Hughes. It's a double for Ziegler, and now the Disciples have a threat. They have runners on second and third.
In right field.
Ziegler got a pitch up and drove it down the line out of the reach of Brockmeyer. Ball went all the way to the wall, and Mo Pollick's the third base coach, playing it conservative, holding Steinlein at third base, and now Norman Eberhardt on his way to the mound. And he's going to have a chat with Selsemeyer and Hughes. He has not made a move. He's looking to the bullpen. So we'll see what he's going to do, whether he's going to stick with his left-hander. Like I said, I can't see into the bullpen, but I imagine Marquez had been warming up. And now the entire infield is coming in on the mound to talk to Eberhardt and Hughes. Runners on second and third. This might be about walking Josh Peterson. Josh Peterson is up there. He's going to represent the tying run. However, first base is open. So we'll see if they decide or not to pitch to Josh. Josh has not hit the ball hard in 3 trips, 3 little ground balls. So we'll see what they're going to do. Mitch Stefan is the next hitter. So Steinlein is at third. Ziegler is at second. There is 1 out in the inning. Infield will play back, and they are going to indeed intentionally walk Josh Peterson. And the first pitch was in the dirt, and that was in a hittable zone. Well, you got to always pay attention on the intentional walk. I've seen some intentional walks turn into some sort of a disaster. Runners on second and third. That was ball 1 on Peterson. And there's ball 2. And again, Hughes, who is so not used to throwing balls, looks like he's having trouble. He's thrown the first 2 relatively close to the strike zone. And there's ball 3. So they're going to load the bases to pitch to Mitch Stefan. Mitch, who had 2 home runs this year, there's ball 4.
An intentional
so the base is loaded. That is the first walk issued by Andre Hughes, and now Mitch Stefan, who is 2 for 3, but with 2 broken bat singles. And the Alligators are going to play back and try to get a double play. Mitch is going to try and drive a ball to the gap and get home some runs. Steinlein and Ziegler both have good speed. Peterson with average speed at first. Peterson represents the tying run. Mitch Stefan represents the go-ahead run. It is 3-0 Solingen, 1 out in the 8th inning. And the pitch from Hughes. Fastball missed off the plate away, 1 ball the count. Selsemeyer was set up that way, and Hughes hit the glove, but it was outside, ball 1. Mitch Stefan with a 1-0 count. Steinlein, Ziegler, and Peterson the base runners. And there's a strike. That one a little bit more over the corner. Again, the infielders are swung over to the right, although Leighton is near second base. He's not out in short right field, although now it looks like he might take a step that way. They're not expecting Stefan to hit a grounder to the left side. Breaking ball, and it's high. 2 balls and a strike. That was a close pitch. Hughes has thrown 3 close pitches in this at-bat. 2 were balls, 1 was a strike. And now the energy level really picks up in the ballpark. 2-1, bases loaded. Mitch Stefan at the plate. And time is asked for and received. Andreas Danielczyk calling time. Steinlein is on third, he singled. Ziegler is on second, he doubled. Peterson was intentionally walked. 2-1 to Mitch Stefan. 1 out, 3-0 Solingen. And this one up and in, almost hit him. And now 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Richard Klein. And now Mitch probably wishes he didn't turn away from that pitch. Andre Hughes with a 3-1 count on Mitch Stefan. Hughes, who has been completely unpredictable. It's not automatic that he'll throw a fastball here. 3-1. Swing and a miss, and it was a fastball. And Stefan swung through it. And the count now full, 3-2. This is by far the biggest opportunity the Disciples have had in this game. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the bases loaded. Breaking ball hit in the air to right field and deep. Brockmeyer and Götze. Götze with the catch. Here comes Steinlein from third. He's going to score, and it is now 3-1 as the Disciples get a run on a sac fly off the bat of Mitch Stefan. That's the second out of the inning. The other runners stay put. It is 3-1 Solingen, and that will bring up Richard Klein. As Stefan able to get the ball deep enough into the outfield to drive home Lucas Steinlein. Ziegler and Peterson staying put. That was a similar situation to game one where Goetze threw out the runner from third, and now Norman Eberhardt is going to go to the bullpen. So he's coming out to the mound. That will be it for Andre Hughes. His job is done. He can win the game. He cannot lose it, and he will get a nice applause from the Solingen fans as he leaves. 7 2/3 innings, 1 run. So far, he's responsible for the 2 runners on base, and we'll be right back.
Der neue Battery bei den Alligators. Auf dem Mount mit der 27. Nils Hartkopf. Und zu ihm hinter der Platte mit der 2. Julian Schaffi Steinberg.
So it is not Inorbel Marquez. I told you I couldn't see into the bullpen. And so it is actually Nils Hartkopf who's going to make his first appearance as a pitcher. He is the designated hitter, so he will just simply hit in his same spot. In the year, he only pitched 16 innings, but he had a good ERA. 0.6. Only in 16 innings, he allowed 7 hits and 1 run, 9 walks, however, 22 strikeouts for the right-hander. So he is pressed into action. Norman Eberhardt is obviously trying to save Inorbel Marquez for tomorrow. The Disciples have their chance. This is probably their best chance in the ball game. You never know what might happen in the 9th inning, but they have the hitters up now. They have scored a run. Inning began with Lucas Steinlein's single. Palacios flied out to right field, then Ziegler doubled. And with runners on second and third, Norman Eberhardt elected to walk Josh Peterson. Mitch Stefan hit a sacrifice fly to drive home Steinlein. Ziegler and Peterson are still on base. There are, however, now 2 outs. And Richard Klein, who is 0 for 3, is going to come up and try to take his licks against Nils Hartkopf. And there is also a new catcher. Julian Steinberg has entered the game. So he goes in for
So, weiter
Selsemeyer.
geht's hier im 8. Inning, obere Hälfte. Wir sind bei 2 Ausläufern, 1 und 2.
So here's Richard Klein with 2 outs in the 8th inning. The tying runs on base. Ziegler and Peterson. Ty Erickson is the on-deck hitter. Nils Hartkopf standing on the mound waiting for Klein to get in. Now Klein's in the box. Julian Steinberg giving the signs. Hartkopf comes set. Runners leading first and second. And the pitch to Klein. In the dirt, ball 1. Hartkopf, as I mentioned, with 9 walks in 16 innings, and now time is called. Leighton running in to have a chat with Nils. And that's the one thing you don't want to see if you're an Alligators fan, is wildness. Richard Klein up there looking for something to hit. He's got 2 outs. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Haar having scored a run to make it 3-1 here in the 8th inning. There's the 1-0 pitch coming from Hartkopf to Klein. In the dirt again, 2-0. And my guess is Klein will be taking on this next pitch. Andre Hughes went the first 7 2/3. Hartkopf trying to snuff a rally here in the 8th, but he's got a 2-0 count to Richie Klein with 2 runners on. And he finds the strike zone with a fastball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Breaking ball is high, and the count now 3-1. Klein yet to take the bat off of his shoulders. And he is in the driver's seat. Ty Erickson, who's 1 for 3, is on deck. A huge moment in this game. And a fastball strike over the inside corner. It looked to me like Klein was looking for something away, and Hartkopf came in with the fastball. And now the count is full, 3-2. The runners will be going. That gives Peterson from first base a little bit of an extra chance. Ziegler is on second. There are 2 outs, 3 balls, and 2 strikes to count to Klein in the top of the 8th. 3-1 Solingen leads. Nils Hartkopf comes set. Long hold, and the pitch. There go the runners. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Hartkopf really taking his time. He is taking deep breaths and walking very leisurely around the mound, trying to stay as relaxed as possible. Klein, for his part, is also not backing out of the box. Sometimes when a pitcher takes a long time, the hitter will try to disrupt the ebb and flow of the at-bat by calling time. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Peterson and Ziegler leading off first and second. Long look in for the sign from Steinberg. Hartkopf not seeing a sign he wants, and finally Klein calls time. Well, in these big moments, the pitcher wants to be absolutely sure. Klein, not really a home run hitter, but he does have gap power. And in this field where the gap is a long way away, a ball to the gap could tie the game. 3-2. Hartkopf still taking a long time. Now he's got a sign he likes and comes set. Here's the pitch. There go the runners. Breaking ball inside, and it hit him. The bases are loaded. So Hartkopf has not shown a good breaking ball so far. In fact, he hit Klein with that one, and now the bases are loaded, and that puts the tying run in scoring position for Ty Erickson. And you can see Hartkopf practicing his release point after he let go of that one. He knew he did not get on top of that breaking ball. So the base is loaded. Ziegler at third. Peterson at second. Klein at first, who represents the go-ahead run. Ty Erickson, who lined a single in 3 trips, steps up. Erickson does have power. He hit 2 home runs this year. So Hartkopf against Erickson. 2 outs in the 8th. Fastball strike called. And Erickson is saying that pitch was up. 1 strike from Hartkopf to Erickson. Breaking ball, a half swing, and he fouled it off to the right, and it hit a tree and bounded back on the field. And now Erickson in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. That was another hanging breaking ball from Hartkopf, but Erickson tried to check his swing. The ball hit his bat. But this is not a sharp breaking ball. Up too high. Probably would have been a ball. 2 strikes with 2 outs. The base is loaded. Hartkopf comes set. And the 0-2 pitch to Ty Erickson coming right now. Breaking ball is outside, ball 1. And Hartkopf thought he had strike 3. But Andreas Danielczyk, who was at a very consistent strike zone this whole game, called that pitch high. And that's in keeping with previous pitches in the game. 1-2. But that could be one of those turning point pitches. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And a foul, and that was a good cut by Erickson on a fastball. Ty with a good swing, fouled it straight back. There is a tension in the crowd. You can feel the nerves of both the Solingen fans and the Haar fans. The few that are here that made the long drive. The disciples making noise on their side. The drummer and the wind-up toys and the fans and getting ready to ring the bell. They're all trying to cheer on Nils Hartkopf to try to get the 3rd strike. He's got a 1-2 count on Erickson. Bases loaded and 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch. A fly ball to right field. Brookmeyer racing over into the gap. He's called off by Goetze, and he missed the ball. 2 runs are going to score. The game is tied, and that is a huge mistake by Florian Goetze. He called up Brookmeyer when he didn't have a play on the ball. The game is tied. Eriksson goes to third, and Eriksson goes to second. Klein goes to third. Brookmeyer pulled up as though he was going to let Goetze make the catch, but Goetze was nowhere near it. And the game is tied. I'm not sure how that's going to be scored, but it probably should be an error. And now Bruno Auernhammer with a chance to give the Disciples the lead. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Auernhammer has a hit in 3 trips and take the win away from Andre Hughes. Here's the pitch. Ball 1 is outside. Boy, remember I mentioned that pitch that was so close to be calling strike 3, and it went for a ball. Eriksson, a few pitches later, hits a fly ball to right field that drops in, and the game is tied. Klein, the go-ahead run at third base. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bruno. And a strike fastball, 1-1. Bruno has struck out, singled, and flat out. It is 3-3 in the top of the 8th. The Disciples back from the dead. 1-1. Slow curve, a slow ground ball to left side, and it's fielded by Sanchez, who flips to third. Not in time. A run comes home to score. And the ball, did they get the out at third base? There's no call. What's the call? Where's the umpire making the call? Who's making the call? I have no idea what just happened. The Alligators are running off the field as though they're going to ask whether the run scored before the out was made. It is not. So that's a base running mistake by Eriksson, running ahead of the ground ball hit. He's tagged out 6-5. So I guess that's the third out of the inning. If Eriksson doesn't run, the Disciples would have the lead. But it's a base running mistake. Another one. The Disciples have made a lot of base running mistakes. Okay, I didn't see any call from any of the umpires, so I apologize for the confusion, but I guess Eriksson was tagged out by Wolf, so he is out 6-5. And it's a fielder's choice, grounded into by Auernhammer. And at the end of 7 full, we're tied at 3.
Die verrückteste Entwicklung dieses Jahrhunderts. Die verrückteste Entwicklung dieses Jahrhunderts. Loopings bei 1.
Well, we are back, and it was officially scored an error on the center fielder Florian Goetze as he missed the fly ball off the bat of Eriksson, so those 2 runs are unearned. But it doesn't matter, the game is tied, and now Tanner Layton against Kevin Treasel. And the first pitch is a ball. Treasel's still out there. It looked like he was going to possibly come out of the game a few innings ago, but he is out there for the bottom of the 8th. And the 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. Layton is 1 for 2 with a double, a flyout, and a walk. Treasel, through the first 7, through 96 pitches, 3 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. 4 walks, the 2-0 pitch, breaking ball, and that is in for a strike 2-1. Treasel has also struck out 4, so the Disciples with new life. However, they really should be leading in this game, as it was a base running mistake by Eriksson running ahead of the ground ball. Good play by Daniel Sanchez to throw to third and get Eriksson, and that out was recorded before the lead run scored, and there is a ball 3 outside, a fastball. 3-1 to Layton. 3-4-5 for the Alligators. Tanner Layton, Daniel Sanchez, Niels Hartkop. And now the Alligators fans are alive. as this is a ball game again. Treasel has not allowed a run since the third, the 3-1, and a breaking ball, and he walked it. So Treasel has been very careful with Tanner Layton, and he has now walked him for the second time. And that's going to be it for Treasel. Lucas Steinlein is going to come into the ball game. I can see him already departing the bullpen. So Treasel goes 7 innings plus 1 batter. He's allowed 3 hits, 3 runs so far. 2 of them earned, 4 walks. It's going to be 5 walks and 4 strikeouts. His day is over. He will get a nice applause from the Haar fans. And Lucas Steinlein will come on here in the 8th in a tie ball game.
Steinlein.
We go to the second hitter. Lucas Steinlein has come on in relief. Tanner Layton was the last man Kevin Treasel faced. Treasel walked him leading off this inning, and now Lucas Steinlein, who during the year had an ERA of 3.6 in 52 1/3 innings. He pitched 2/3 of an inning and got the final 2 outs in game 2. But he's going to inherit a gem. Steinlein, who pitched so well out of the bullpen for the Disciples all year, is going to try and continue that. He's going to face the number 4 hitter, Daniel Sanchez. Sanchez, who is officially 0 for 1, but he's also walked, scored a run, and driven one in with a sac fly. And in his 1 out, he hit the ball very hard to center field. And the first pitch swung on, popped up over the screen to the right, strike 1. We are tied at 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Disciples scored 3 runs in the top half of this inning, the last 2 coming home on an error by the center fielder Florian Goetze, who called off Brookmeyer and then didn't get to the ball, the breaking ball, and it just missed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tanner Layton has not shown any signs of running, although he's the go-ahead run. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Daniel Sanchez. Waiting on deck, Nils Hartkopf, the pitcher. One and 1. And that one missed low. Fastball just below the knees on the inside corner, and the count now 2 and 1 on Sanchez. Tight ball game. And now the crowd gets into it. 2 and 1. Steinlein comes set. Layton off first. Not going. The pitch is low. 3 and 1 now. Kevin Treasel walked 5, gave up only 3 hits. Solingen, as they almost always seem to be able to do, put all their hits together to score 3 runs. The Disciples over on their side of the ledge drive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits and only 3 runs, only one of which is earned. 3-1 on Sanchez. There goes Layton, swinging a ground ball to the shortstop Ziegler. He gloves it, throws to first in time, and Layton running keeps them out of a double play. Sanchez grounds out 6-3, and there's one away. This was a good pitch by Steinlein on the 3-1. He kept it down and in, and Sanchez had his easy ground ball. That's the first chance that the left side of the infield has had. I think Peterson had one play earlier in the game. Looking at my scorecard, that is the second time the Alligators have hit a ground ball on the left side of the infield all game. And here's Niels Hartkopf, 1 for 3 with a run batted in. He's got another chance for one with Layton out on second base, representing the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch, breaking ball, and a good one, strike one on Niels Hartkopf. Hartkopf, who is now the pitcher of record. Both designated hitters have come on to be the pitchers of record now, Steinlein. Well, if Layton should score, then Treasel would be responsible for his run, so. Steinlein against Hartkopf, the 1-strike pitch, and it's low, 1-1. And now the siren is going, the drum is beating, the heartbeat of the Solingen fans begins to pick up. The cowbells are going, and now the tom-toms have been added to the chorus. 1-1, Steinlein dealing to Hartkopf. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards the hole, Ziegler, and it goes under his glove into left field. He tried to backhand it. Layton coming to the plate. The throw is over, everybody. Layton will score. Taking second base on the play is Hartkopf. It is 4-3 Solingen. That'll be a base, well, I don't know if it'll be a base hit. Ziegler tried to backhand it. He did not get in front of the ball, and that probably will be an error. Layton comes around to score. Solingen leads 4-3. Hartkopf is at second base. It was a big breaking ball. Ziegler, it's always a dangerous play to set your feet and backhand it. You got to get your ball in front, body in front of the ball. Ziegler did not. He had time to, and that one went right under his glove. 4-3 now in the bottom of the 8th, and the Disciples are going to have to play catch up one more time. I don't know how it's been scored. I'll let you know in a moment. However, Sasha Bruckmeyer, who is officially 0 for 3, but he reached on an error and scored, is up there, and now Niels Hartkopf is out on second base. There's a swing and a fly ball to deep left field. Going back on it is Patrice. He's got to play. Makes the catch for the second out. And staying put at second base is Hartkopf. It kind of looked for a moment like Patrice had a chance to get Layton at the plate, but his throw is so high enough to the third base side that he had no chance. So 2 outs, the runner at second base, and now Dustin Hughes, who is 1 for 3. It is 4-3 Solingen. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Game 3. Solingen has scored, to the best of my knowledge, 1 unearned run, but if that last play was scored an error, then that one also could be. Breaking ball, swung on and popped up to center field. Bruno Auernhammer is there waiting for it, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Steinlein escapes the 8th inning, however, the run scores, and at the end of 8, it is 4-3 Solingen. We are back. It is the ninth inning. It's going to be 9-1-2. Last chance for the Disciples. They're going to try and rally again against Nils Hardkopf, who now stands to get the win. Treasel will get the loss, although it's an unearned run. 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for the Disciples. 4 runs on only 3 hits, and 1 error for the Alligators. So Nils Hardkopf against Daniel Patrice, who is 0 for 1. He pinch hit for Basel. First pitch, fastball strike, nothing in 1. The Disciples scored their 3 runs last inning. 2 of them were unearned. However, a base running mistake by Eriksson cost them a 4th run. There's a swing and a foul. Patrice behind in the count 0-2. Nils Hardkopf on in relief. He came on with 1 out. Excuse me, with 2 outs in the 8th inning in relief of Andre Hughes. 0-2 on Patrice leading off the 9th. Here's the pitch. Low, that was a breaking ball. Patrice recognizing it pretty quickly. Daniel Patrice, who studies in France, native of Munich, is actually playing in Toulouse in the French league. Came back a few weeks ago. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to him. Swing, and he just got a piece. Good job by Patrice to foul that fastball off, and the count is still 1-2. On deck, Lucas Steinlein. We are in the 9th inning, 4-3 Solingen, trying to take game 3. It has not been easy. Solingen has scored 2 unearned runs. The Disciples have also scored 2 unearned runs. There's the 1-2, slow curve, and he hits a little blooper to short right field. A long run for Leighton, and Brockmeyer's out there, pulls up, makes the catch. And Patrice flies out for the first out. Solingen 2 outs away from winning game 3. And now at the top of the order, Lucas Steinlein.
Am Schlag jetzt mit der 1 Lukas Steinlein.
Solingen scored a run in the first, a run in the second, a run in the third. The Disciples with 3 in the 8th inning to tie it. The Disciples this year had a 7-3 record in 1-run games. And this is a 1-run game, but they're on the losing end of it. Breaking ball, strike. Steinlein has 2 hits. He's hit the ball hard 3 times. He is 2 for 4. A single, a double, a line out, and a strikeout. Nils Hardkopf working from the stretch, even though there's nobody on. The 1 strike, breaking ball. Actually, that's a fastball, and it's way high. 1 ball and no strikes. Hardkopf came on with 2 outs, and the bases loaded, and faced Klein. He hit him. Excuse me, actually, there were 2 on. And then Eriksson reached on the error that scored 2 to tie the game, but then the fielder's choice from Bruno Auernhammer got him out of the inning. There's a 1-1 pitch to Lucas Steinlein. That one is low, 2-1. The Disciples desperately want a base runner. They want Chris Ziegler to come to the plate. And they would love for Josh Peterson to come to the plate. I wonder if Eberhardt would be pressed into using Inorbel Marquez in this situation here. You know he's desperately trying to save him for tomorrow, but this game is so important as Hardkopf comes to the stretch. 2-1 pitch. Big chopper on a huge bounce to Daniel Sanchez, who goes first in time. Steinlein rounds out too short, and there are 2 outs and nobody on. Steinlein hit the ball pretty hard, but it went straight down into the ground, and it reached Daniel Sanchez on the first hop. Look how high this ball bounced in the air. Boing, all the way to Sanchez. Sanchez has a very quick transfer. And there are 2 down and nobody on, and here's Palacios, the last chance for the Disciples. The Disciples have never won more than 1 game in any of the playoff series they have ever been in. They lost 3 games to 1 last year. They lost 3 games to 1 the year before that. Solingen trying to take game 3 right here. Jose Palacios against Nils Hardkopf. Palacios 0 for 4. And there's his first pitch breaking ball. Strike 1. Hardkopf was unable to find the strike zone with his breaking ball last inning, but he looks like he's settled down this inning. And with 2 outs in the 9th inning and 1 strike and nobody on against Palacios, he threw it. Here's the next one. Check swing. That pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Disciples were down to their last out in a game in Regensburg. They came back and tied it. So this is not uncharted territory for them, but Palacios has to get on. That was a game that the Disciples won in extra innings against the Legionnaire. It's the 1-1 pitch to Jose Palacios. Ground ball to the hole, and it's a base hit, and the Disciples are still alive, and they get what they wanted. Chris Ziegler will come to bat with Palacios on first. 2 outs in the 9th inning.
Nächster Schlag an die 27, Christoph Ziegler.
That is the 9th base hit for the Disciples. In contrast, the Alligators only have 3. Alligators picking right up where they left off last year against Heidenheim, scoring the most amount of runs possible with the fewest amount of hits. So now Ziegler, who is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Palacios the tying run on first, 2 outs in the 9th inning. Hartkopf from the stretch, and the first pitch to Ziegler. Breaking ball, and it's a strike at the letters. 0-1. That one just barely getting the top of the zone. Andreas Danielczyk has had a very consistent strike zone. 0-1. 2 outs. And a ground ball, diving stop by Hughes, off his glove, shovel toss to first, and safe. Ziegler's in there. He just barely beat it, as Hartkopf was a little bit late covering first base, and the Disciples live to have one more batter come to the plate, and it's the guy they want, Josh Peterson. Very close play on first. The ball hit the glove of Hughes and then trickled out. I don't know if that'll be a base hit or an error. And it's a base hit. So a 2-out rally, and now Josh Peterson. Well, they intentionally walked him last time, but I don't think they'll do that this time. With Palacios the tying run on second base, Josh just looking for a base hit. Josh is 0 for 3. Palacios on second base, Ziegler on first, 2 outs, 9th inning, 4-3 Solingen. And the first pitch to Josh Peterson coming right now. Fastball strike. Josh was the go-to guy for the Disciples in big spots all year. Batted over 400, had 6 home runs. Huge moment in the ballgame. 0-1. Breaking ball slapped foul, and Peterson in the hole, and 0-2. The Alligators 1 strike away from winning game 3, but it's been a battle the whole way, and it's not over yet. Palacios represents the tying run. He's on second base. Chris Ziegler is the go-ahead run. He's on first. 0-2 to Josh Peterson. A big hole on the right side. Anything through the infield, Palacios, I would bet, will be trying to score. Hartkopf with a long look into Julian Steinberg. Now he's got one he likes. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Josh, who is a veteran ball player, this is his 4th year with the Disciples. Former AAA farmhand for the New York Mets. 1-2 from Nils Hartkopf, who is also a former Haar disciple. And now the pitch. And Peterson got a piece of a breaking ball and fouled it off to the right. Good at bat by Josh. Count still 1-2. Tension is high. This game has been going down to the last pitch. And I have to be honest, when that music came on, I thought for a moment it was a bolt of lightning. There is rain in the forecast, but so far so good. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 9th inning. Tying and go-ahead runs are on base. Hartkopf comes set. And the pitch to Peterson is coming right now. Breaking ball, and he took it. A good take by Josh. The count even, 2-2. That's a tough one to take. Take a look at the location on this. Hartkopf trying to get Josh to chase that spinner down and away, and Josh not biting. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. When the Disciples tied the game with 2 outs in the 9th inning against Regensburg, it was Peterson that got the hit. Here's the 2-2. There's a drive to deep left center field. Goetze racing over, and he's going to slide and make the catch. And the Solingen Alligators win the ball game by a score of 4-3. It took a sliding catch by Florian Goetze for the final out to be recorded. Josh Peterson and the Disciples strand 2 runners in the top of the 9th inning. A really fun ball game to watch, and Solingen comes out victorious. 4-3 the final score, and they have a 2-1 lead in this best-of-5 series. Game 4 and 5, if it's necessary, will be tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. As you look at the replay, Josh looked like he got a breaking ball from Hartkopf. Götze, who misplayed a ball earlier in the game, made sure he didn't this time. No, it was a fastball from
Dies am
Hardball.
Ende nochmal hier
Peterson was
sehr
jammed
spannend
a little
nach
bit on it.
Munich-Haar.
And
Die
Götze
Zeit
cutting it off in the gap,
für die
preventing the
Solingen
tying and possible go-ahead runs
Alligators.
from scoring. The game is over. Par with 3 runs.
So, und bevor ihr dort mit dem Team zusammenkommt,
On 10
Dominik
hits,
Wulff bitte einmal
2
umdrehen.
errors. They lose.
4:3
Solingen with 4
an
runs,
seinem
3 hits, and 1
Geburtstag.
error.
Herzlichen Glückwunsch,
They win game
Dominik
3 by a score
Wulff.
of 4-3. And we'll be back tomorrow. My name is Tim Collins. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. The highlights will be up later on this evening. For now, I'm signing off. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m.